I should review. Alright, so ideas for the episode. What if oh, that one time I played that, crap. It snapped like a twig. That's it. Hello and welcome to Matt's Game Joints. I'm Matt, and this is my joint, so I hope you guys like it. Oh God, would you believe this? This is a different t-shirt than I was wearing a few minutes ago. I mean, who's the dumbass in charge of continuity around here? Oh man, I gotta talk to Julie about this one.
Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey Julie, how's it going?
Very good, Mr. Matt. How are you today, sir?
Not so good. Who's the person in charge of continuity here?
That would be you, sir.
Really?
Yes.
Well, who's in charge of wardrobe?
That would also be you. You do work alone.
I do? Since when?
Since always. In fact, I don't even exist.
Huh? Oh, I guess that would explain a lot of things after all. Oh, sorry about that. So, what is this show all about, really? Well, I just want a place where I can talk about video games and have fun with you guys and talk about some of the experiences that they bring. And all in all, I just want to play some games and entertain you guys. I just wish I knew what I was doing. This might be a bumpy ride. Today we're stuck in 2002. Books and gel pens, the sound of the class bell ringing, the distinct smell of teenage hormones wafting through the middle school hallways, Game Boy Advances as far as the eye could see, and Stickdeath.
These were the forces that guided us. These were our bad influences. This is Stickdeath.com. Oh yeah! Or should I say was Stickdeath.com. The site hasn't been active in many years, but still remains archived on the internet and comes up with a simple Google search. Although it has since faded from the public eye, I have fond memories of booting up the website on our handy DSL network at the middle school I was attending at the time. I had this intro to computers type class, but instead of learning, I was constantly goofing off and seeing what I could find online to entertain myself. The entertainment drug of choice for nearly our entire grade was Stickdeath.com, a website about what else? The death of sticks. Or stick people, I should say. That's the politically correct term nowadays. I mean, we were on that site all the time. For some reason, we all gravitated to it. Stickdeath was bridging the social gaps. Kids of all different nationalities and upbringings coming together at last in harmony to watch stick people get decapitated in a variety of ways. Maybe it was the taboo nature of the cartoons that attracted us, or the reactions we got from the adults who also discovered the site, but something about these simple flash animations kept us coming back for more.
So what is Stickdeath? Well, here's the intro animation. This should clear some things up. Remember when websites had flash-based intros? I feel old. Damn, that's a hell of an intro. You know, that really brings me back. I mean, I haven't been on the website in about 13 years. Oh man, everything was so great on that website. Everything was so funny. Oh man, you know, I gotta take a look at some of these animations that I haven't seen in years. Which one was that? Oh, those anti-auto theft devices. That one was so funny. Let's look at one of those ones.
Son of a bitch!
Intruder detected. Initiate exhaust bypass.
Oh, fuck!
Intruder vital signs good. Intruder heart rate decreasing. Intruder brain activity has stopped. Intruder deceased. Have a nice nap.
Oh my God. Oh, it's a bit more graphic than I remember it.
Or maybe I've just grown soft? What happened? Now that I think of it, I really don't enjoy super violence the way that some people do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the occasional bloody corpse once in a while in my video games, but I'm definitely not the type who enjoys the constant blood and guts that a lot of horror movies like to show. I'm not against it altogether, I'm just a bit squeamish when it comes to people getting injured. And apparently that includes stick people too. Go figure. I don't know why, but I was never shocked by this stuff growing up. Maybe I was desensitized by the media then, and since I've become resensitized. Is that a thing? Whatever the case, this stuff is more gnarly and brutal than I remember it being. I guess I really am an adult now. Go figure. But don't let the graphic violence turn you off, because there's still a couple of animations that hold up pretty well that are worth noting. Here's one, Becoming Unglued. This is a great short, telling the story of a blue guy that just wants to get some rest, but keeps getting woken up by a green ice cream man, playing extremely loud ice cream truck style music. I think we've all been there, where you're just trying to sleep, and you keep getting woken up by some loud jerk, but your brain is fried because it needs to rest, and you just feel like flying off the handle and doing some completely irrational crap. I won't give away the entire thing, because I want you guys to check it out, but let's just say that this is how it ends.
31-241.
Awesome. One of my old favorites still holds up pretty well, too. Tony Rock's Skate Park. I love the phony name. Also, I love the file size, 467K. That was considered a large file back in the day. Sometimes I don't miss the old days so much. Anyway, this is pretty self-explanatory. What if a skate park went totally wrong? This is nice because it's set to music, so it's sort of a super violent animated music video. Pretty standard stuff. Check it out. This one's good too. It tells the story of a hapless magician who can't quite get his tricks to work. Well, not safely anyway. Hijinks ensue. I also just want to point out real quick that I love the effort that Rob Lewis put into the site. There's all sorts of little animations that pop up, sound effects, silly icons for links. You can tell he put a lot of effort into the site, and it's just one of those little things that made me appreciate the whole experience even more. It's like a little animated stick world that you're plunged into, and I think it still holds up today, even if it is a bit cheesy, by today's standards anyway.
But we're not here to talk about cartoons. I mean, this isn't Matt's cartoon joint after all, so where's the games? Well, in addition to the animations, there's a couple of games that Mr. Lewis has created as well.
Wheel of Justice! A sort of revenge game show where you take vengeance on Muslim terrorists. Basically, you spin the wheel and see what you've won. Or what the terrorist has lost in some cases. It's okay, but it could be better. The only neat thing is that the results are different every game, depending on what the wheel lands on. S-Box. In Rob Lewis's own words, okay, so it isn't quite Microsoft quality, but it isn't $350 either. Well, I guess that is true. This one is pretty simple, just throwing rocks at fleeing terrorists. Not much to say about this one. Bagarag. Another kill the terrorist type game. Are you seeing a pattern yet? Well, it's not exactly my cup of tea as far as the whole terrorist revenge fantasy goes. This was made shortly after 9/11, so I guess I can see where all the anger came from to spark the creation of all these games. I don't agree with it, and this is certainly a little more, shall we say, patriotic than I like my games to be, but I guess Rob Lewis was just really pissed and needed to vent his anger. This is definitely one of the more offensive things that you can find on Stickdeath. There's a lot of casual racism, like the use of the terms sand candle for a missile and towel rack to refer to Muslim women who wear the burqa things. I guess if this game were to be a substitute for killing an actual human being, and you can just get your revenge fix by blowing up some brown sick people, then that's pretty cool. Again, definitely not my cup of tea, as this is kind of crossing the comfort threshold for me. The game is okay, but it's hard to aim because the controls are so sensitive, and everything runs across the screen too fast. SWAT. Sticks with ass-kicking tactics. Similar to one of the games that I want to take a closer look at, but with a lot less humor. This game is frustrating because it moves along so quickly. Like, you have to actually have the reflexes of a SWAT team member to beat this game. And memorizing the enemy patterns isn't a bad idea either. It's pretty much the only way to beat this game. Just remember where the enemies pop out, click, they die, proceed. It's definitely one of the more frustrating games on the site. I had a few moments where I almost lost it because you need split-second reaction times, and I had to keep replaying the levels over and over again. It's decent, but like I said, it could use more of a comedic element to keep things fresh. SWAT Special Edition. A very basic game you pick up at the tail end of a police chase where there is a shootout between the blue SWAT team and some green scum. You know what to do. The only thing worth noting is the opening intro. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of the SWAT game that Spoonie did a playthrough of a while back.
7 vehicle for LAPD, white Ford Bronco, 3 Delta.
New Game Demo 4. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? This is indeed a demo, as there was no ending and no real point to the game whatsoever. You just drive around on an ATV, shooting a few greenies and avoiding obstacles until you inevitably end up getting shot in the back of the head. Seriously, I played this game a few times and I'm pretty sure that's just how the game ends. Drive, shoot, get shot, the end. Not much to see here.